Lately these jobs got me struggling less, but I'm still under pressure, and I've still been depressed. There's no limit to extra, if it makes you the best. Flying low with the winners, close, take the air out my chest. I ain't tripping so long, maybe it's for the better. Cut the alcohol and the smoke, there's no limit to extra. Ain't as far as it goes, a long way from your regular, ayy. Make it rain on your umbrella, L.A. rain down.
I guess this is the first time you've made an appearance on the podcast.
Yes. Hello.
You've usually you're usually always there, well, you do so
You just
much,
don't
but
see me.
right, you're usually the one holding the free camera and doing all the lovely graphics you should see, of course.
Thank you.
Yeah, of course. Well, welcome everyone back to 100 Miles from Home. Don't worry, I know things look a little bit different, but it's still the podcast where we force our guests to eat food and force them to communicate with Dwayne The Rock Johnson on Twitter. Did you like that?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty good. That's essentially
That's a good one.
what this is. Thanks to everyone for that watched maybe the last episode that's the last season that's hopping back in with us. Made a couple of changes. And sorry it took a little bit longer than we thought, but we're ready to bring you 15 great episodes this season, including the one that we had today with the Soul Fruit that we can get into here in a moment.
Always love talking to him.
Yeah, always a great time talking to him. I know what you're thinking, but if Soul Fruit's the guest, why is Grace here to my left? Well, I guess it's your right. But yeah, we're going to do a little bit of a cold open here at the beginning each time. Just talk about some of the things that we have going on. Keep it brief, keep it quick. Might not always be Grace. It might be a rotating second. Yeah. Omicron.
Oh yeah.
What a thing, right? It seemed like when things were getting a little more open, here we are. But we've been able to do some fun things lately and still be safe, right?
Yeah, we've definitely made light of the situation.
Yeah.
For sure.
We went recently to DC and saw
Saw
some
AEW.
saw some pro wrestling live. That was great. Everyone there had to be vaccinated,
Yep.
which was great.
Yep.
We got
It's
tested
very
afterwards.
low key, I think, for
Very
an
low-key.
AEW show, you know.
Everyone was super respectful of wearing their masks and stuff like that, and I even did a self test later that week because I was
and the
a little
numbers
paranoid.
are going down, which is great.
Yeah.
So that's good.
That's good. It's been snowing a lot around here recently. Actually, as we're recording this, it's snowing right now.
Yeah, it's really nice.
Do you want to tell everyone about what happened a week or two ago when we didn't have any food in our house and it started to snow?
So, there's no food in your house. It's snowing, snow day. You don't want to cook. Why would you want to cook?
Never.
But you want something, good, homey pizza, Papa John's, right around the corner.
Yeah.
So we decided to walk there, but as soon as we get outside, it's like spitting. It's like wet rain.
Yeah. And I decided to just wear a jacket, just one
A leather jacket.
one little leather
a
jacket.
leather jacket.
I did wear a hat, which I hate hats, but I had to submit and wear a hat. And
he forgot his mask.
forgot my mask because we ordered online. I was like, Grace is just gonna run in and grab it. But the caveat was
It wasn't
when we
ready.
got there, they were like, "Oh, it's gonna be ready in 15 minutes." So I couldn't go inside because I didn't have a mask. It was raining and snowing, and I was freezing.
So yeah, I asked them. I was like, "Do you, by any chance, like have a disposable mask?" And she was like, "No, I'm sorry." And I came outside and I was like, "I don't have any." And I went back inside, and this woman, the nicest lady ever, she was like, "I have a ton in my car. If you don't mind, just waiting a minute." And I, held the door for her, helped her get in and everything. And she had like a whole stack of them because her son like works at a hospital or something. So
Yeah.
yeah, which was really nice. So we
Yeah.
got him inside.
Shouts out to that lady because I was going to be turned into a snowman,
Yeah.
and we got our pizza. I felt
so
so
good.
bad for those people working at that Papa John's because they were swamped.
Slammed.
They were absolutely swamped. And we got ours, and we walked home holding it. Show some pictures of us here outside the Papa John's, and then on our way home, someone built an incredible snowman.
Yeah.
So I had to get a picture of that on my way home.
That thing, yeah, it was great.
It was great.
Lasted a couple days.
It did,
after.
and it slowly withered and melted away.
Yeah. Cute little guy, though.
Snowing right now, but it's not really doing much. I feel like this is so true. Like the older you get, the less good snow becomes. Like when you're a kid, you're like any iota of snow, you're like, let's fucking go. I might get off school, I can play with my friends. When you're an adult, they don't give you off of work unless that shit's like absolutely nuking, you
I
know?
work from home, so
Yeah,
it
you
doesn't
work from
matter
home.
either way.
And to be fair, my work actually did give me off a few days ago, or like a few weeks ago when it snowed. So shouts out to them. Um, yeah, so I enjoy the snow. I want to have one really good, just we get blasted by snow.
Yeah. I saw because we live in the city, like normally you obviously wouldn't see this because like growing up in the suburbs, you have a pretty decent sized backyard typically, or some one of your friends does, and you go sledding. But here I was like, do kids go sledding? And I
I don't know.
saw like adults, with those like, little like round sleds,
Mm.
and they went to the park.
Oh,
So,
Wyman Park. Yeah,
yeah, maybe we'll have to do that.
yeah. We'll have to do that next time. Yeah, and then I'm trying to think what else. This is kind of just a chance for us to recap some of the stuff that we have coming up. One thing that we do want to bring up is that we're working on a website. Not just the link tree that you see in our bio, but a place that contains the podcast, more YouTube videos and some other fun stuff that we have planned. And we are working with a friend of ours who's a software engineer that's been helping us put it together, as you can see by this lovely little video that I have of all of us working. I was joking. I was saying that day it was like funny. I felt like I was like a taskmaster because I had my friend on the computer doing the website. There are some these beautiful lower thirds that you've seen here at the beginning of the podcast. I had the idea for those. I had Grace next to him making them, and I was just sitting there with my other friend, kind of talking and getting his opinions. And I was like, I kind of feel like I'm cracking these people over the head, like trying to get them to get the stuff done. But
But it was fun though,
it
like
was fun.
working on that stuff. I
Yeah,
like doing
and
that.
I'm super excited for everyone to see that. Hopefully, we should have that here soon. Anything else you can think of that you want to touch on, or anything fun coming up?
Um, no, I mean, that's pretty much it. I'm thinking one day we need to get the cats on here.
I think we do need to get the cats on here. One thing
Yeah.
that I actually was thinking that people might be interested in. We've been streaming on Twitch recently. Not the podcast, but a similar setup to this, and we've been doing some arts and crafts stuff on
Yeah.
there mostly.
Yeah, some pottery.
Some pottery using kind of this setup with the table. Some
At home
pottery,
pottery.
at home pottery. Yeah. Garden Head, who was on last season, would be very ashamed of our pottery skills and our ceramic skills. We did made a
It's hard.
we did. We made a gingerbread house for
Yeah, that was really
for
fun.
Christmas, and we
Yeah.
did a tier maker list of all of the Christmas songs. What else did we do? We built the first time we streamed on
Keyboard.
Twitch. I built
Yeah.
a custom keyboard. That was fun, like a computer keyboard that you type on, and we're just gonna do stuff like that, and might even have some bonus episodes of 100 Miles from Home there as well. So feel free to follow that down below. And yeah, super excited for everyone to hear this conversation that I had with Soul Fruit. Um, One of my favorite people to talk to, and such an easy interview to have. But also at the same time hard because me and him talk so regularly. There's not a lot that I don't know, but I got some good stuff out of him, and
Yeah, you're
definitely.
good. You're good with the questions.
Well, I just prepare. That's the benefit now of having this bad boy in front of me. This the 100 miles to cuter. Yeah, as I like to call it. It's not a MacBook covered up with a 100 mile sticker. No, it's the brand new 100 miles to cuter, so we can get out here and crunch all these numbers and make sure I have all of my great questions in front of me.
Mm, gotcha.
Yeah. So you ready to hop into this soul free interview?
Yeah, I'm ready.
All right. Thank you, everyone. Hope you enjoy it. I'm thinking maybe I should have operated on the pee fear. Before we started, I said I had to pee, and I was like, you told me to go, and I was like, I'm not gonna go, and you were like, why? And I was like, I want to operate on that pee fear, but it got to me too bad right before because we did too much setup, and I had to go. So now I don't have that fear. I just have the normal fear of, whatever this new season is.
Bro, that is such a wild way to open.
That's why I wanted to go in with it. I wanted to just go in. Everyone knew that I have a full bladder. Now it's completely empty. I am drinking coffee. That's how you know I'm official. With my own desk and stuff like that. Got me out here drinking coffee.
I'm monster.
Yeah. Hey,
I'm actually operating on PP right
that's
now.
kind of like coffee. It's a gamer coffee.
I don't know if
Yeah.
I like gamer coffee.
Yeah, we'll
Don't give them
ignore that I
ideas.
said that. It's fine. But we're here with last time, you were Lamore Stevens. Now we're here with Soul Fruit. Same guy, different alias. Let's just hop right into that. Like what's Soul Fruit? Tell me a little bit about that. Not only, what it is, but what does it mean and kind of how you came up with that.
So I wish I had like a super deep, interesting story about how I found myself, and
Sure. Don't we all?
but the reality of it is that like I just realized I didn't want to go by my name
Sure.
going forward. My name's cool and all, didn't have that pizzazz I was looking for, and I was actually working with a mutual friend of ours
Yes.
to make some beats and just general music stuff, and we were trying to think of like a name to initially use as a band,
Mm-hmm.
and we were throwing like weird just names back and forth, like Dead Tree, like I don't know. We finished smoking on the basement, go up to like the main floor,
Yeah.
and our roommate actually says like soul fruit, because I mentioned like I love soul food,
Yeah.
and then like from that very moment, like literally, I was like, that's perfect.
Does
Soul
he get
food.
all the royalties now, or?
He'll get a kickback.
Yeah, he'll get a
I don't know
kickback.
about
Hey,
all the
you heard
royalties,
it
but
here.
he
It's
definitely
on.
gets a
It's on
kickback.
a video now. I think Soul Fruit's such a good name, especially knowing you. It's just a cool name, right? Like, and obviously you can stylize it and spell it different ways. But knowing you, I think especially that first word, the soul part, definitely entails you. So that's I like the name, and it's good to see you back here on the podcast. You're our first repeat guest.
I feel so special.
Season 1 opener and now season 2 opener. Um, yeah, it's great to have you back on. And I listened to our last interview, and it's so interesting to see how much you've grown and we've grown and stuff like that. And it's really cool. And I was thinking I don't want to cover too much of the material that we covered last time. So really, what is there to cover? Especially someone like you that I know so well. But I've prepared some stuff, I think, and.
See, we got a laptop.
Yeah,
Now.
we do.
We're
Right.
official.
That's what we're official. We did the collab with Apple. It's just a sticker actually. But uh let's talk about music. That's obviously, a big part of what you do and stuff like that. And the main part for the most part, as well as some other things that we could get into. Last time we spoke, you were kind of telling the story of you'd come back to Maryland, you had kind of taken a hiatus from music, and at that point you were, maybe had been home for a little over a year and a half, right? The pandemic at that point was starting to change a little bit, be a little bit more open and stuff like that, and you were dipping your toes back in the water of music, right? And moving away from the band dynamic that we had like in the past with Mother Moon and stuff like that, and kind of working more for yourself, working for other people. And it seems like this summer, the spring, summer, winter, fall. Now that we're into 2022, you've been very busy, and it sounds like you've been evolving and stuff like that. We've talked about a lot. Tell me a little bit about kind of that journey. If you could reflect back on March of Great So Weird Drop. So, I guess it was March of 2021. Kind of reflect back on that, and then tell us some of the new processes that you were going on with that.
So, a big thing was working with my brother and his crew. So, like,
Mm-hmm.
we did the show, like a live stream, a cul-de-sac,
Mm-hmm.
and it kind of put things in like perspective as like how much I really miss music and how much I really missed that side of music. Like,
Yeah.
I love heavy music, love big, fuzzed out sounds, but there was something about like a hip hop like break that just it resonated with me.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I really wanted to try my hand at it
Mhm.
with being in the rock metal area of things for so long. I was like,
Right.
let's
Every genre under that subgenre.
yeah, honestly. So let's just give it a shot. Let's
Yeah.
throw my hat in the ring with what I know already,
Right.
with my own influences. And here we are.
Was it cool? And I think we touched on this as well. And I know this from my experience, like to perform with your brother. You know, I've gotten the pleasure of doing that a couple times with my brother and stuff like that. And I think we talked about this last time. But now having actually done it, like perform and stuff like that, what's that like? I know at some of the shows, like some of your family's been there and stuff like that as well. You know, I think at the last one we did, your mom was there and stuff like that, and that was cool. Yeah, what was that like?
You know, for how long I've been playing music, I've never once collaborated with my brother.
Yeah,
So it was kind of like a. It feels weird to say, but a dream come true.
yeah, it's probably very full circle at the same time, I would imagine.
Yeah, we would talk about it like on and off. Like, man, we should, like, you should lay down some guitar. We should like make songs, and it just whether my fault or his, not really anyone's fault, but
Right.
just never
And probably
came.
like it seemed like when he really took the next step into music is when you had moved. So you guys were kind of disconnected
Yeah,
in that. So to kind of have the reunion there was good. Yeah. I know what you mean. For me with my brother too, like, you know, him being my older brother, like always like, you know, when I had like a band in high school and stuff like that, like him like, oh, you know, your band and stuff like that. And then, you know, once I joined his band and was able to do that with him, it kind of was like a full circle moment. It was like, hey, you can't say I suck anymore because you've asked me now to be in this band with you, you know, and you know, it's just a cool experience, you know, not something that people get to do, let alone with their sibling
yeah.
as well. Yeah, let's talk more about like the live shows because, you know, I got the pleasure to go to those and to film some of them and help put together the last one that we did at the pop-up show. You had the live stream one, right? At the
Hmm.
end of summer, we had the chaos. You guys had the chaos theory one,
Yes.
right? Um, and then we did the pop up, right? And
Yep.
then the last one that they did was the far from home, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
What were kind of, you know, I mean, it's hard to compare those, but if you had like a favorite one, you know, is there one that stands out, or was just getting to do all of them fun, or you know, it's
Um,
kind of a hard question.
want to say like chaos theory.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Actually, okay. I'm tied between chaos theory and far from home for different reasons.
Yeah.
Chaos theory, I felt like was a moment where we were kind of like really solidifying the formulas for like the group that we had for the live
Mm-hmm.
shows. Um, but far from home felt like yeah, we had a lot of friends.
Yeah.
And, like my friend I made recently, a work buddy Miles, did did some DJing, and it was
Mm-hmm.
just really cool to see like on the stage like these are all my friends doing like things that we love to do,
Yeah.
and from the year prior to now, like the friends I made along the way,
Sure.
kind of deal. Like yeah, well, this is like something that I can see myself doing for a long time.
Yeah, the thing that I've noticed, like interacting with everyone in that group and stuff like that, like it just seems like no egos. Everyone's there. You know, I've
Mhm.
said this in some of the past interviews I've done with them. Like, you know, one person in that group, in that creative group, posts something and everybody reposts it. You know what I mean? Everybody's tagging and check this out and shout it out, whether it be, you know, music or videos or pictures or even just somebody with a cool outfit on or something like
Yeah.
that. You know what I mean? Everybody's hyping each other up, and that's always good to see. Sticking on kind of the live aspect, and I think we touched on this a little bit as well, but you know, I was kind of thinking about this as I was preparing for the interview. You know, now that you actually have played the shows, and it's not like before we were kind of saying like what the change will be. You know, we were
Mhm.
saying coming from a band aspect into work on your own in terms of recordings, but now in terms of the live aspect, you know, what was that like for you? You know, putting in all those hours before all those shows, all the traveling that we did in the past, and then taking a little bit of a break from it, and then
Mhm.
getting back on this, you know, kind of back at like the ground floor, you know, with it. Obviously, completely different genre of music, you know, and stuff like that. Yeah, what was that like?
If I could, like had to make a comparison between the two,
Yeah.
um, Mother Moon was a lot harder. Uh, I feel like now I have my independence, but
Yeah.
I'm also a piece of a puzzle. So like I'm not responsible for as many jobs.
Sure. You're also not carrying around as much gear.
Yeah. Oh my god.
That's the number one thing I thought.
But like Mother Moon is special because it was like kind of like that down and dirty. Like I kind of miss carrying on like big amps and stuff like
Sure.
that. But
For anyone that doesn't know, Mother Moon was the band that we were in together for years and stuff like that, and you know, played scary, loud music, and
Not always scary.
not
We
always,
had some pretty shit too.
but definitely always loud.
No, always loud. Always loud.
Yeah, my right ear think that it's funny. You do know why it's my right ear?
Because your amp was on the right
Well,
side?
because with the way that we would set up the stage is you were usually in the middle, Mike was on my far right, so and I was on the the left, so everything was my right ear.
Mhm.
I just learned that over time.
Mine is my left ear. If things get too loud, it starts to like crackle and distort.
Mine's just like
great.
muted. Like I went and got a physical like a year or two ago, and they're like beep when you like raise your hand when you hear the beep, and it was like beep, beep, and then they got to like the one tone, and I was like, and they were like,
Yeah.
no, nothing, not getting anything. Do you miss that at all though? Do you miss like the down and dirty, the grittiness? I'm sure there's a lot of niceness that comes with being a piece of the puzzle and having some level of control, but obviously on some level it is hands off, right?
Yeah,
Because you're
yes. Very
for
hands-off.
hire essentially. Does any part of you want the soul fruit and band aspect, or do you think you've put in the hours and take that experience to kind of foyer you into the next experience?
I think I will always crave some kind of collaborative effort.
Mm-hmm.
Like writing songs in my room, cool.
Yeah.
But I think I really thrive off of like other people's ideas. Not to say like I'm here to steal ideas, but like bringing an idea to a table and seeing how that idea would transform, which is kind of like why I enjoy rap, like hip hop collaboration so much, is because I can take a guitar riff, sample it, throw it to like, let's say Lael, for instance, and then he gets something else. Like he gets
Sure.
an entirely different thing. But I definitely miss like pulling up to it with a riff,
Right.
and then like someone's like, "Dude, that riff is sick. Let me write something, like write a lead to
Right,
it,"
right.
and then like it forms this like whole song out of a point.
Right, and it's probably more direct too. Like you can make this thing and bounce it to somebody, and they might work on it a few days later and bounce it back to you. And there
Mhm.
still is a collaborative effort, but it's not the same as everybody noodling there, like on the
Yeah.
spot, riffing on the spot.
Something magical about like a bunch of musicians in a room.
Yeah,
Just something magical about it.
definitely is. I feel like we joked about this, but I feel like Mother Moon needs to be like a bonus 100 Miles from Home episode or something like that. There's a thing that we could go into, all within its own there. Before we now I'm dropping stuff.
gotta get like a
I
phone,
know we need to
a
get
phone
like a
drop
phone
holder.
holder. This is kind of a sidebar question that I wanted to ask you that I'm surprised I don't know this answer, but kind of while we're still on the topic of live music, is there like a specific concert or like moment in time that you wish that you could go back to, like if you had like a time machine? I don't know if that's something you think about a lot. I know what mine would be.
Okay.
So like I was thinking the other day, like I was watching it and I was like, I wonder if people, are you like a Woodstock 69 guy or
So this isn't like one that we played. It's like just
no,
like,
just like any
right?
concert that you wish that you could be at.
Ooh. Dude, what's
Or-
yours? Give me some time to think. Like, what's yours?
Yeah, I mean mine's like pretty obvious. I feel like you could probably guess the artist.
Nirvana?
Yeah, it'd
Okay,
probably be
okay.
Nirvana live at the Paramount in 1991 for sure.
Bro, you even know like the fucking
Well, they made like a remastered DVD of it, and it's a great show. It's like a couple months after Nevermind came out and stuff.
Okay. Because I'm indecisive. It would either be the Coheed show that in Keeping Secrets, the In Keeping Secrets tour,
Mm-hmm.
or the Linkin Park like live in Texas.
Gotcha. Not the Linkin Park Jay-Z collab.
Nah, dude, that live in Texas DVD, like it has a hold on me, man. There's so many
Really?
cool moments where like Chester just like sang his fucking heart out, bro.
Me and my brother were obsessed with the Jay-Z Linkin Park collab DVD thing that they
Great
put out.
collabs, though.
Great collab. But, what a collab. You know what I mean? Like what a crazy collab. Speaking of collabs, have you noticed that Travis Barker is in like everything nowadays?
Everything.
I don't get it. I don't understand it. That's this me just venting right now.
The
but
man just looks the same too. He like it's like
He
they
does.
took Travis Barker from like his heyday, and nothing changed. Like, oh yeah, go again.
like I've seen so many things on YouTube recently that's like featuring Travis Barker, and I'm like, how down bad is this dude? Like he is just doing everything that he can.
I mean, he has his shit. He has the bag.
Right. kind of talking about the past with music and stuff like that. Like this is kind of an open-ended question. It kind of applies to some of the things that me and you were talking about
Mhm.
off camera, like before this and stuff like that. You know, as it relates to you with music, especially um, this year. You know, however many years down the road, like what are you know, what are your goals with that? Or like what at the end of the day, you know, makes you feel like you have some level of satisfaction with it or can kind of hang your hat on it and be like, you know, that was a success, whatever that means, if that makes sense.
Bro, I was not ready for this one.
Yeah, we're just diving right into it.
All right, get a little like sappy here. And
Please.
I had this discussion with my brother. I genuinely don't want to do any of this if it's not with him.
Mm-hmm.
If I can pay my bills somehow, some way, it doesn't necessarily need to be music, but if I can like continue to do music,
Yeah.
just going forward, and if I can connect with people the way I would like to, and just honestly find a way to keep creating,
Yeah.
with the family that I've made, family that I found. As a success in my book, I don't need to be a multimillionaire. I don't even need to have the recognition that like people seem to want.
Sure.
I just know that like this is something I genuinely want to do somehow, some way, for the foreseeable future until like I stop breathing.
Do you feel like now that you have performed with your brother and you've been doing these collaborative efforts and you guys both, I'm sure, kind of push each other to be better and stuff like that, do you feel like you've kind of opened Pandora's box, like with that, like you were saying, like I don't want to do it unless it's with him, you know what I mean? Do you feel
Mhm.
like by doing that, like it, I don't know, kind of made you realize like, okay, no, like this, I knew I wanted this, but now I know like what I want. You know what I mean? I
Yeah,
knew that I wanted to be a musician, but this feels so right that this is what I want to do.
yeah. There have been moments where like, I'm not even like making like music for myself. Like I'm
Mhm.
making a beat, for stuff that isn't out yet.
Sure.
But like I think you were in the room one day,
Mm-hmm.
and like it was just like silence. It was just like me doing my thing, Leo next to me, and it was just like we all kind of like snapped out of it. And we're like, what the fuck just
Yeah.
happened?
It's been a
And it
couple
was like,
times. I've been, you know, there and just I like sitting back and I'm like, these just it makes me want to work harder. I've joked, I think, on the last episode of last season, you know, being around people like that, like you, like the cul-de-sac guys, stuff like that. Like it makes me be like, I thought I was working hard, but these people are working hard, and we all are. You know what I mean? And it's an infectious kind of I don't know mindset. You know, raising tides raise all ships, as they say. So to focus, I guess, just in on 2022, what are your like any goals or anything? Like, is there anything that you're looking forward to? I know that you have like some releases and some projects coming out that we can't touch on too much, like right now. You know, the patented, stay tuned, trademark.
yeah,
You know, um,
keep it locked.
right. I know, and we kind of segue into this as well. Like, you know, you don't just perform live music like out. You also kind of record the or live stream the process on Twitch and stuff like that, as well as play the occasional video game. I know you're big into Monster Hunter right now, but there's certain days where you'll just turn on your stream, and I've watched it where you're just like, we're gonna make a thing today, you know what I mean, and stuff like that, and more of that. You think coming in the future? Talk to me kind of about. Um, we were joking before, and you were saying to me like producer marketing is like huge right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just want to be like,
I know there was a lot there. So yeah.
I kind of just want to create, man.
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
All right. Well, you heard it here. We'll be right back. I'm just kidding. I was saving it. I was saving it for some point, and there we are. He wants to create, guys. You heard it here.
That's like such a deep and philosophical answer.
No, I know. I'm just teasing with you. I didn't know if there was something specific, like a certain thing that that you wanted. I mean, obviously, I'm sure more of the same and to continue to grow, but I didn't know if there was something, out of pocket or something that you were wanting to do.
I talked to my brother Jaden Jadoni, and he said he wanted to go for a specific sound,
Mm-hmm.
and I think that right there is giving me enough like
Mm-hmm.
motivation to be like, okay,
Yeah.
like
The
I'm gonna,
thing you showed me the other day.
yeah,
Yeah,
I want to
yeah.
figure out like a sound that like feels like my own. Like
Sure.
obviously inspirations, but like I honestly and truly just want to leave my mark somehow, some way. Like I want like a specific sound. Like oh shit, like
Yeah.
that's that soul fruit shit.
Are you able to, and again, this is kind of something that we were talking about off camera before we started as well. Are you able to look back? I mean, you've been involved playing music for, I mean, I guess over 10 years now in a live setting and more than, I know.
That sounds like so
Sounds
old,
weird, right?
man.
But we're not. Don't be the back of my day at sub 30. Are you able though to kind of, because I struggle with this, as you know, and stuff like that. Are you able to kind of, I don't know, look back or reflect and be like, of course I want more, but the things that I have done, I need to be proud of, or the things that I have done in the past are, I feel successful. If like, if for whatever reason this music thing were to stop tomorrow, or if I were to die tomorrow, I at least have something that I can hang my hat on to a degree.
I think there are plenty of things I can be proud of
Sure.
looking back. But let's say like if I had to stop playing music tomorrow,
Well, you wouldn't. But, okay, let's say you get hit by a bus.
nah, man.
No.
I
Yeah.
feel like I have so far to go,
Yeah.
and like I'm proud of everything I've done. I'm proud of everything I'm doing,
Mm-hmm.
even the things I can't talk about. But I know that I'm talking my shit real quick.
Go for it.
I know there's a real big banger coming. Like I feel as almost destined to like
Yeah.
do something.
Can I
substantial
ask,
with it.
without giving it away, is it the one that you were like, Kyle, I was scared after I made it because it like went so hard?
Not quite.
Not
But
quite.
that's
Okay.
like that's a direction.
Same direction. Okay.
Yeah.
You said that to me one day. I said to you, like, I was able to kind of sit in when you and some people were working on stuff, and I think later that night I told you, I was like, dude, like that one that you guys were working on, like that's a hot track right there.
Mhm.
And you kind of pulled me to the side, and you were like, I know. As we were listening to it back, I was scared because I was like, this might actually do something.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that will open doors.
Yeah, no, it's if there's more of those, then yeah, there's definitely doors not only going to be open but kicked open. I guess to end here, as always, we're gonna get into our world famous segments. As things have changed, but not that. Uh, um, if you could this might be kind of apropos or kind of corny, but I think it's kind of important, especially as you being like a repeat guest. You told me that you watched a little bit of the interview before we did this one. I think did you at all of your last one?
Yes.
Are you able now to kind of sit here? We're recording this. What is it? January 28th, 2022. Are you able to look back like almost a year ago and be like, I've grown since then as like a musician.
As a musician, absolutely. But when I look back at that version of me,
Yeah.
I can say confidently today I'm a much happier person.
Yeah.
Um, and yeah, music kind of like got a little happier and
Sure.
expanded a bit. I learned a lot since then, but um, I've been working on like personal growth
Yeah.
mainly, and like I can just say like I'm in a much better spot. I'm excited to see where I
Yeah.
go a year from today.
Yeah. No, I can tell. You know what I mean? And it's great to see. Um, yeah. So on that note, if you're ready,
Oh, I'm ready.
we can get into some segments. You're not off the hook quite yet. Yeah. Before we go into it, I will say, don't worry, everyone. The segments will continue to be as a part of the podcast, and especially with this gentleman right here that we will get to in a while. You've had, talking about since it's been a while since you've been on, you've had 9 months to, and pun intended, cook up another tweet. Is there? I don't want any knowledge ahead of time, but we got one in the chamber?
We
or-
got one. We got one in the chamber.
That's all I ask. I will do the rest for my guests. I just ask that they bring an appetite and that they bring a tweet. And it seems like you have both.
Oh yeah.
Okay. That's all we need to hear. We'll be back with a quick break. Now, as you can see, there's some delicious food sitting here on the table, some mystery items. You might be able to tell what they are from looking at them. But
Smells great.
it does smell great. I'm starving. I haven't eaten dinner, so this will be this will be great. Um, I'm gonna let that sit there for a minute and tempt you a little bit. Usually, we as always we like to bring some food or beverage for our guests. And we'll get into that. But we're gonna do something a little bit different, a little something new with our new setup. We have the capability of we're not cavemen. We have the capability to use technology now, as you can see, and we kind of talked before about 2022 and resolutions and bringing in new versions and better energy of ourselves. And I think I found the energy that I want to bring into 2022.
Oh, shit.
If you want to see real quick, it's something like this.
Bass players a straight banger for sure. You ready? Disturbed, Mudvayne, lit, and fall in reverse, baby. Let's go.
How do you feel about that?
Oh, I'm uncomfortable.
That's the energy I'm trying to bring into 2022. That guy right there, my favorite TikToker currently.
Who was that?
That's Ponyboy 1.0. He has a TikTok where he lifts weights and listens to terrible music, and he's super sick.
His voice like gave me chills, bro.
It did. He gives me chills for multiple reasons, his voice being one of them. But what do you think? You think I could carry that energy into
Oh, without a
2022?
doubt. Fire playlist.
Fire playlist?
Like,
Yeah.
Disturbed has some bangers. Come on.
They do. The Sound of Silence thing they did, that you can't
Pretty
tell me that dude doesn't sing. He does the ooh wah ah 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 and does that. That's crazy.
The Genesis cover, bro.
The Genesis Land of Confusion. Yeah. I know that you're a lover, love-hate relationship of the app TikTok, as are we here at 100 Miles. We're constantly sending TikToks to each other, and this is a segment, doesn't have a name, but it's a little TikTok curation that we have brought up.
Oh no.
We're constantly curating. I have 5 here to show you, but we're always on the look for more. So if anyone wants to send us any TikToks, you can find us on our Instagram page. You can just email them to us. Do people still do that?
Yeah.
You can email us at 100xmiles@gmail.com. You can send us any of your TikTok curations, and we'd love to watch them here on the show. But, keep them YouTube friendly, as we appreciate. So if you're ready, I have a couple more that we could hop into.
I don't know if I'm ready. Okay. Yeah. You know what?
Yeah, well, here we are.
Looks good, Mom. Looks real good. Yeah, best it's ever looked.
Best it's ever looked.
What does your TikTok algorithm look like?
It's not great. I'm going to be honest. My TikTok algorithm is nuked. It's completely fucked. It's beyond belief, but it brings for great curation.
That was straight up coconut head.
That was Coconut Head. It kind of looked, and we can get another playback if you want. Tell me
Yeah,
that this
run it
dude
back.
doesn't look like a kind of.
Looks
a
good,
white
Mom.
Snoop
Looks
Dogg.
real good. Yeah, best it's
Maybe
ever
like
looked.
the tiniest bit, maybe.
I can't go on record saying that.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
I love you.
Snoop.
I can't.
Yeah. Was that rough?
It
No,
wasn't rough.
okay.
It was okay. I was
Yeah.
actually that haircut was kind of
gotcha.
immaculate.
You want to see how rough this is?
No, oh no!
Yeah. That's called alcohol, kids. Imagine you're just getting home from your night out with your friends and you pour an entire pickle jar over yourself.
Bro, that is it's like no matter how many washes,
Yeah.
I feel like it's gonna smell like pickle juice.
And no matter how many washes, you can't wash the shame away of being the person that poured pickle juice all over themselves as well.
I mean, yeah, but you can also turn this into a fruitful endeavor.
It's
People
true.
love viral videos.
People do love viral. People love pickles. How do you feel about pickles?
I love me a good
Love pickles.
dill pickle.
Love a good dill pickle. My dad one time went to the grocery store, literally let me get this full pickle out of a fucking bucket, and I walked around the grocery store just eating a whole pickle. Yeah, I loved pickles as a kid. Let's see what else we got here.
Okay.
You know this guy?
No, not at all.
Yo, what's up, fuckers? It's Oprah.
Dude, there she is. You want me to play that one back for you?
Yo, what's up, fuckers? It's Oprah.
That's who Drake or Josh hit with his car. That's Oprah, dude.
Fuck, bro. She got the Michael Jackson treatment, bro.
Yeah, and we have one final TikTok here. I don't even remember what this one is, so let's just enjoy it here together.
Here's Crystal eating one of her favorite foods, chicken nuggets.
Had to hit him with a palate cleanser here at the end.
She always loves chicken nuggets, don't her?
Yo, I've never seen a raccoon's like teeth like that.
Aren't they
That's what's
incredibly
for lunch
adorable?
today.
It looked like human teeth
Some
a little
chicken
bit.
nuggets.
Look at this fucking beautiful raccoon.
Oh, it's
All right, we'll see you later.
Can I get a second? Can I get a second one for that?
A second playthrough of the
Yeah,
raccoon,
yeah.
sure.
All right, here's
That was
Crystal
adorable.
eating one of her
Oh,
favorite
look at those
foods,
teeth.
chicken nuggets.
And just chomping away on some chicken nuggets.
She always loves chicken nuggets, don't her?
The little scowl it does there with its teeth is great.
That's what's for lunch today.
How do people get
Some
like
chicken
pet-
nuggets.
Exotic pets like that.
Yeah, like, what?
I don't know. I don't think they're
How do you
allowed
like
to.
domestic
All right,
this
we'll see you
animal?
later.
I think that raccoon, because I've watched its videos, is actually special needs, and that's why they like her
Okay,
animal
okay.
rehab facility. So, do you like those? Do you like the TikToks? Do you think that's something that we should keep adding?
Yeah. Boy, do I have some to send in.
Great. As always, like I said, if you want to send any in, you can find us on Instagram. You know, you've seen that at the beginning, or down here you can see email 100xmiles@gmail.com. Or they don't have to just be TikToks. If there's any, wacky, zany videos you want us to watch and for me to show my guests, you're more than welcome to send them our way. Now, all right, we're done that. I think now we're going to get to the good part. As I said here on 100 Miles from Home, we always make sure that our guests have some kind of enjoyable experience beyond just sending tweets to the rock. We have some food here. I'm going to bring back a classic segment that we did on the first season, saying classic like it was more than 10 episodes. But this is called Foodout. New and revised Foodout here. Last time you got a bev check, so I got to make sure you get the food here this time.
I'm excited.
And as always, we like to get two of the roughly the same item from two different places. We like to make it local. We don't do chains. And we're going to compare them. Sorry, I thought I had to sneeze there. It might come out. We're trying to get it out before we handle the food, but let's jump right into it. So, Grace, we'll start with this one. Who's this from? Amano Taco. It's from Amano Taco and our house, right? Here in Charles Village in Baltimore. And I got us each. And I think these are shrimp
Ooh.
street tacos.
I've
Authentic
never
street-
had shrimp. I've never had shrimp tacos or street tacos. So this
Well,
is
you're getting a little bit of both worlds here. If we want to show what it looks like here to everybody, their presentation isn't the best. I would say you definitely just get this full ass taco, but man, do you get something that is good. If you want to here before you bite into it, you can hit it with a little
cheers.
cheers.
All right. Yo.
I've had this before, so I'm biased, but
Oh, that's good.
yeah.
Oh, that's a really good taco.
Let me get mine.
What is this place again? Think?
Mono taco.
Oh yeah, no, y'all are getting my business. Y'all are getting my business. Oh god. Yeah,
I think it's shrimp. There's kind of a spicy kind of Mexican mayo or something on it. There's some. Is it red cabbage? Pickled cabbage. Right, gives it that tanginess. A little bit of corn. And it's double wrapped in a corn tortilla because these things are thick with a couple C's.
So what makes a street taco? It's like a certain.
I don't know. What is the definition, Grace, of a street taco?
I believe it's just like a smaller corn tortilla.
Smaller corn tortilla. Okay.
And then like there's like different styles of it, like authentic, gringo, and they have like different toppings and it's not more cheese.
So it's something that's kind of quick
Yeah.
and full.
Yo.
Man, we're munching away. I apologize for anyone that can't hear. I know. Well, I'm hungry, so I could definitely eat both.
I forgot we had something else. I was so,
Yeah.
so absorbed in
This
this.
is just one or
I'm
two.
sorry. This is like
Really
really
great,
good.
right?
Really good.
One night we got home. I think it was from. I went to Ocean City for the weekend. And we got home kind of late, and I was like, I don't want to cook tonight. Like, um, but I want something different. I just don't want to eat, fast food or something like that. And Grace had convinced me to try this place.
Thank you, Grace.
And yeah, and I was like, I couldn't eat it again soon enough. It's great. Have you ever been to our house before?
No.
Our house is near us, and it's like a food court essentially. And there's different like vendors that are in there that you can buy food from, and there's a couple that constantly stay, but they rotate like every once in a while and stuff like that. There's like a bar you can bring like your dog in, right, and stuff like that. So it's a great place to go. I brought my parents there one time. They came and ate dinner with us, and they really enjoyed it. There's like a really good place called Bird. It's called BRD that has like some of the most insane chicken sandwiches you've ever
My
had.
coworker brought that into work,
Yeah.
and the chicken was so crazy.
There's
Like,
this burger place. I can't remember what the new one's called, but they have a really good noisy burger, I think, or something like that. Yeah, it's really good. And then this,
we need to do more food endeavors, my friend.
yeah, I think maybe we could have just a 100-mile show focused entirely on food.
I mean, I'd be down.
Maybe one that's like already been shot and then the work's coming out soon. Stay tuned. Hey, cheers. If you had to give it some form of letter grade, what would you give it?
What's my like high low? What's like, is it F to A?
F to S.
F to S. All right.
And then with the S tier.
So this isn't bringing me to tears, so it's not S tier. But it's definitely A tier. A tier in my book. Without a doubt.
That's S tier qualifications. That's to bring you to tears.
Not necessarily bring me to tears, but it has to move me in a way. Like S tier for me is reserved for like an food experience that like makes me feel some shit.
Like Bodilla's.
Like oh my god, like Bodilla's.
This place in Richmond called Bodilla's. They like make your own quesadillas or these wacky quesadillas.
Mm-hmm.
We're also starving, so that probably incorporated
That's the best time though.
That is the best time, and man, I think about that place sometimes.
I genuinely like have flashbacks.
We have to make a Richmond trip and get some or some quesadillas.
So if this is here, I see another.
Mm-hmm. I'm sorry, I'm chomping in the microphone. Let me finish this and we'll go. Can you edit this my chewing out for me? Okay.
I got you, bro. I got you.
All right. I would agree. That's like an A+ taco for me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm usually not a huge fan of corn tortillas.
Really?
I'm more of a flour tortilla kind of guy.
Okay.
But these make me want to eat corn tortillas on the regular.
A good like corn tortilla can't be beat.
Yeah. All right, so that's a mono taco here, and we do have one more here that I can get us going with. Wow. Look at that. That looks great. To anyone watching at home, and to any of our audio listeners, sorry if we're not doing the best apologizing or just hearing us chew, but we'll try to do that better. But I definitely would recommend watching on YouTube.
The ASMR pivot.
Right, some ASMR. So this is these are also shrimp street tacos as well, and this is from Poppy's, which is they have a couple locations here in the city. I don't know if they have any more around the state or around here, but I know that there's one in Fells, and then there's one here in Hamden. So these look loaded. If you want to go ahead and grab one for yourself.
Is it like right here? Like where is it? Oh, are these double as well?
I think they're double, yeah.
Oh my god, these are loaded. How do I even? No.
And Grace, how much were the shrimp ones? I want to say that the shrimp ones are around $3 of the Amano are about $3 or $4 each, which I feel like is a pretty good price. You know, they're pretty filling. You can get a 3 or 4. And do you remember about the price point of these from Poppy's by chance? About the same, around the same. Maybe a little bit more. I think that's a good price point for a taco. Like a nice, really good street taco, $3 or $4 range. You can get 4 for 12. 3 for 12 or something like that. So
I would cheers mine, but
sure, this one I'll say is definitely winning the pretty factor for me over the Amano. But it doesn't matter how it looks; it matters how it tastes. So if you're ready, we can dive into it.
all right.
Trying to get a idea of what's on it. There's definitely some red onion, some just cilantro. I'm not getting much of the shrimp though. What's this green vegetable? Cactus. Got some cactus in here, some Cactus Jack. Mick Foley, not the other guy. It's like overflowing.
You said cactus? Like the cactus. People eat cactus? Whoa.
Huh.
I'm just gonna try some cactus. I'm like, I would have savored it more, but it's kind of sweet. That's interesting. Well, I tried cactus for the first time. Shut up.
I have some strong opinions about this one.
I think I do as well.
Why don't you go first?
You know me. I'm very much a man that likes sauce in everything. Oh, how sweet. Thank you.
Gotcha.
Thank you. I like sauce and everything.
Yes,
This needed some sauce.
I agree.
I think it might have been a little unfair to like hand me this like awesome like saucy ass taco, and then this is like
Right, that first one was almost like borderline wet.
sauce. Does
Sauce
cost
costs extra here. Right, Amano, it just came with it. I think the flavor of the shrimp on the poppies, the second one here, was not nearly as rich as the flavor of the. If we're talking just the shrimp on the Amano as well.
Yeah, like this isn't bad.
No,
I would give it like C plus, personally.
that's what I would give it C plus as well. I think this is a place that you go to, drink a couple margaritas, and overpay a little bit for food, in my opinion.
I do like a good margarita.
Right, it's fine. It's just the Amano. Very, very high
Yeah.
bar here.
Like almost feel kind of bad like giving it the grade I did because I don't know. I feel like it's that sauce really took
It did
the
it
Amano
honestly
to the
did.
next level. Like, what was it? What was the sauce on the Amano?
It's like a spicy kind of, or like a mayo. It was like a creamy kind of mayo, like a Mexican mayo or something like that.
Wherever it was. I'm going back for it.
Gotcha. Wow. So I think you want to go to Amano sometime soon.
Oh,
yeah.
without a doubt.
Okay. Without a doubt. Hey, I'd still go to Poppy's too. Don't get me wrong.
We got a bar.
Yeah. Stuff as well.
Cool
so.
date idea.
Well, there you go. All right. Well, we've ate our tacos. We've talked our shit. We've watched some TikToks, and now there's only one thing left to do, and it feels so great. Let me get one more sip of my drink. It feels so great to be able to look at the camera and say this again. Without further ado, it is time to tweet The Rock, as always. This man right here is very important to the podcast, as everyone knows. You know, we try our hardest to reach him via Twitter. Me and my guests, you know, there's a running joke that the day he does reply to us, it's the end of this podcast. And so far, we've gotten through one season, no reply, no like, I don't even, no kind of interaction at all. But I haven't held out hope that one day we will get interaction from The Rock. Like we said in the first episode with you, we joked that this whole podcast is actually essentially just a vehicle for me to interact with The Rock.
I still believe so.
Yeah, I'm starting to believe so myself. So I asked you at the top of the podcast if you had one cooking, if you had one in the chamber. And before we started recording the second half, you told me that you needed a second to really lock in that Rock tweet. So I'm anxious to see. So Soul Fruit, my friend, if you could tweet something to The Rock, what would it be?
Rock, Dwayne, if you will. I know last time I bashed your performance in that Rampage movie.
Yeah.
I want to formally apologize for this, but I also want to issue a challenge.
Oh.
You and me, a duel, for honor. It was going to be a stack of pancakes, but honestly, after those Amano tacos, I want to challenge you to see who can eat the most street tacos.
Really? Are you seeing these crazy cheat meals he does and you're throwing down the gauntlet?
I think I can handle them.
Wow. That you've heard it here. There seems to be a theme, other people last season not only complimented him, but also, dissed him with saying that he had some shitty movies, And don't get me wrong, they can't all be the Scorpion King, you know what I mean?
Scorpion King, great movie.
Yeah. But you're now the second person that's actually called him out and challenged him. With our last guest, Leal Anonymous, doing the same as well. So now twice here, 100 miles from home, as the gauntlet, as they say, been thrown down. And, he wanted combat, trial by combat. You want trial by food.
I think he has a lot to say. I think with a little drive, with a little power, he stays hungry. So let's devour.
Devour. Wow, what a little line. What a song that is. I was so hyped. The day that the music video for that dropped, I opened up a tab on my work computer and waited 45 minutes for it to start playing, and then I watched it.
I watched it with you like 5 times. I remember.
I've watched it probably 500 times since then. It's a great song to listen to in the gym, especially just the Rock's verse, just to really get you hyped up. Well, as always, we will take some kind of picture. You should have already seen it here on screen. We won't do it here. We're going to change up the location a little bit to really, I feel like we need to change it up a little bit to really drive home our thing to The Rock. So we'll after this take that, and you can see it there on Twitter. Wow. Well, we did it.
We did it.
Got through another episode here of 100 Miles from Home, episode 11 here, the kickoff here of season 2, and yeah. If there's anything that you'd like to say to the people, where can they find you? We'll have your lower thirds as always on the screen so they can see you. If you want to tell them about Twitch or Bandcamp or anything, there's SoundCloud that they can find you. Go ahead and do that now.
Any and all social media, they made it real easy. Can be found under It's Soulfruit. That's ITS SOULFRUIT.
Yes, and this definitely won't be the last time that we see you on the podcast. As you saw at the beginning here, our new cold open. I'm gonna need a rotating second. Grace, she, I don't want to put her through the ringer too much of having to deal with me. So I'm sure that you'll be part of our opening segment in the future as well. And also, do you want to maybe mention that maybe it might have happened by the time you see this already, but definitely around the time that it comes out, that possibly you and I will be collaborating on some stuff on Twitch.
Yeah. I'm excited
You can
for
find
that.
us on Twitch and do some fun stuff over there. As always, you can find all of us on Instagram at 100 Miles Media. You can find me on Twitter at WoolXGod and me on Instagram at WoolXGod. We have a official website coming here soon. You should see maybe by the time this up or not soon after at 100xmiles.com. Stay tuned for that. And we have some other great things coming, and we have 14 more episodes coming to you for the second season of 100 Miles from Home. Well, thank you, my friend. It was good doing this, and
It's been a pleasure.
let's do this again soon.
We shall.
All right, thank you. All right, we'll see everyone soon. What a great time talking to that guy. Man, those tacos, seriously, are
They're
top
the
notch.
best.
I've been thinking about it since then, and I think we need to go there soon again.
I get the burrito bowl, and we usually share the Mexican corn. It's like a dip almost.
It's really
like
great. You can feel your heart slowing down as you eat it, but
it's perfect.
It's so good. Like I said, always a great time talking to him. Definitely we'll see him on here soon again. And yeah, like I said, thanks everyone for jumping back into the podcast. New episodes drop every other Wednesday as always, and we have 14 more episodes, 14 more guests to bring you this season, and as always, like we said in the thing, if you want to send us any TikToks, videos, or any other questions or comments, you can send that either on Instagram or at email at 100xmiles@gmail.com. Yeah. I'm excited for the next episodes.
Yeah, me too. It'll be a blast.
Yeah. I'm sorry that I'm going to have you make all these crazy graphics for it, but
It's all right.
it's okay.
It's what I
It
do.
is what it is. We do it all for this man right here, so that's all that matters. Our
That's what it's about.
Lord and Savior, our patron mascot here of the show. Yeah, you ready to close this out?
Ready?
Okay. Thanks everyone for watching. We will see you in 2 weeks.
Bye.
Peace.
Lately these jobs got me struggling less, but I'm still under pressure, and I've still been depressed. There's no limit to extra, if it makes you the best. Flying low with the winners, close, take the air out my chest. I ain't tripping so long, maybe it's for the better. Cut the alk and the smoke, there's no limit to extra. Ain't as far as it goes, a long way from your regular, degler, ayy. Make it rain on your umbrella, Ella, ayy, rain down.